Mansa Musa, c. 1280–3037, the ruler of the Mali Empire, is widely regarded as one of the wealthiest individuals in history. His reign, from 1312 to 1337, saw Mali reach the peak of its wealth, largely thanks to the empire's vast resources of gold and other valuable commodities. Here's an in-depth look at his extraordinary wealth. During Mansa Musa's reign, the Mali Empire controlled nearly half of the world's known gold reserves. Gold was mined in the southern parts of Mali, particularly in the regions of Bambouk, Bouré, and Galam. Since gold was a highly sought-after commodity in both Europe and the Middle East during the medieval period, Mali became one of the richest kingdoms on earth. In addition to gold, salt was another critical source of wealth. The famous salt mines of Taghaza, located in the Sahara, were a key source of Mali's wealth, and the salt trade was integral to the trans-Saharan trade routes. Mali controlled the trans-Saharan trade routes, which connected West Africa to Europe and the Middle East. These routes were essential for trading gold, salt, and other goods like ivory and slaves. The empire imposed taxes on traders passing through, further enriching its treasury. The Mali Empire was vast, and many smaller kingdoms and regions were subjugated under Mansa Musa's rule. These vassal states were required to pay tribute to the emperor, further increasing his wealth. Mansa Musa is best known for his famous pilgrimage, Hajj, to Mecca in 1324. This journey had a significant impact on how his wealth was perceived by the world. His entourage was said to include 60,000 people, including soldiers, slaves, attendants, and a vast number of camels and horses. Musa is reported to have carried vast amounts of gold, which he distributed generously along the way. Contemporary accounts state that he gave away so much gold in Cairo that he disrupted the local economy. The value of gold plummeted in Egypt for over a decade because of the sudden influx of wealth. Lavish spending and charity. Mansa Musa was renowned for his generosity. He donated vast amounts of gold to the poor and financed the construction of mosques, madrasas, Islamic schools, and public buildings. His philanthropic acts in Cairo, Mecca, and Medina left a lasting impression on the people of those regions, who spread stories of his immense wealth. Mansa Musa's wealth was so vast that it affected economies far beyond Mali. His lavish spending during his pilgrimage to Mecca impacted the economies of the cities he passed through, while his control of gold and salt production influenced global trade patterns. How wealth is measured today. It's difficult to assign an exact monetary value to Mansa Musa's wealth, particularly by modern standards. However, many historians and economists argue that Mansa Musa was likely the wealthiest person in history, with an estimated net worth that would dwarf that of modern billionaires like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. Some estimates place his wealth in the hundreds of billions, if not more, though such numbers are speculative, given the difficulty of comparing medieval and modern economies. Mansa Musa's wealth was not just defined by the enormous quantities of gold he controlled, but by the strategic use of that wealth to build a legacy of cultural and religious development that left a lasting mark on West Africa and the world. His reign stands as a reminder of the wealth and power that existed in African empires during the medieval period, long before European colonization.